Hello, everyone.
Greetings and salutations.
Yes, we are
Happy
very
Canada
proud
Day.
to join you for.
Hey,
We have now reached the end of June. This is the first day of July. We are now literally in the halfway point of 2022. So we are here to give you guys our top 10 best movies of 2022 so far. Now, as far as this ranking goes, there's obviously a few movies that I have to catch up on that I never got to catch up on for this list. And so this list is going to look entirely different come next time we do a ranking because I still have some things I need to catch up on. So does Ross, so does Andrew, but I'm very pleased today to be joined by Andrew Long. Thank you, man, for joining us. And then, of course, Ross, as always. I'm really excited today because I think so far it's been a pretty solid year. I think for film. So far, I think that we've had some really good hidden gems in there. We've had some really good, like blockbuster entertainment, all sorts of different things. So,
I'm a little bit disappointed, but hey, that could be because some of my other best movies of the year have still yet to come out.
Yeah, I mean, once we get into like Oscar season and all that stuff, I mean, then you're talking about like some real hardcore cinema there that could actually be like really, really impactful and such. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna give you guys our ranking of of 10 between each of us, but it's gonna be like, how'd you say you want to do it, Andrew?
I suggested an idea. Of course, Michael, it's your channel, so I don't want to take over you. I was thinking, wait, I do 10 through 8, you do 10 through 8, Ross is 10 through 8, and then we do 7, 6, and then we all do 7, 6, and then for the top 5, for the top 3, so for number 10 through like 6, everybody shares like 3, and then the other people share 3. And then for the top 5, everybody just goes one by one because those are the cream of the
I get it. You get what he means, though? Like how the top 10 used to do it. Remember that show?
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
That show was amazing.
It was so cool.
The cream of the crop. The elite of the elite.
Yeah, that was always really fun. So we're going to do that. But as far as our honorable mentions go, because we will have some honorable mentions first, we will actually say our honorable mentions like direct, all of us, like say, for example, if I go to Andrew, he'll say all of his honorable mentions. And then I'll go to me, I'll say all my honorable mentions. And then Ross will say all of his honorable mentions. And then we'll start doing our 10 through 8s as like different,
Question for you, Michael. I don't mean to interrupt, but how many honorable mentions would you say that count in an honorable mention?
I would say about 5. Is that a good amount? I think 5 is about a good amount for honorable mentions.
Mind if I do 6?
You can do 6. I'm cool with. Yeah, you can do as many as you want, just as long as it's not like too much to take up too much time.
I'll do 6.
All right.
So, yeah, because like I remember like there was this YouTuber, I love him still. Back when he used to do his top 10s, his would always have like more honorable mentions than the actual list, and his name was Jay Vaders.
Yeah.
Do you remember how he used to?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was always kind of crazy. So, so I guess since Andrew is the special guest here, we will have him start off his honorable mentions first. So just name your 6 off that you loved the most.
Okay. At number 11, this is like 11 through 16. So 11 is Turning Red. I just felt this was a beautifully done, just a all around good feeling movie. made by Pixar. I love the characters. I love the idea. I love the mythology and the how they were taking things like periods and they're putting them in the movies. They're making it more like relatable and realistic. At number 12 is a movie that actually Michael recommended to me, Fire Island. I I thought this was a really sweet romantic comedy, and I liked the banter between all of the gay friends. I loved all of the banter between them. At number 13 was Cyrano. This is a truly great movie that I just fell in love with, especially and it's a movie that the minute it starts to get boring, something happens and makes it automatically interesting again.
Yeah.
At number 14 is Jurassic World Dominion. Is it stupid? Yes. Doesn't make no sense at times. Yes. Are there plot holes the size of Swiss cheese? Yes. But at the end of the day, I had a blast watching it. Same with number 15, which was Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore. I like this movie a lot more than I thought that I would. And I actually feel bad for the actor who played Grindelwald because he was a great actor in that movie. But because of the whole Johnny Depp controversy, he was looked over, even though he could have been a better actor. The reason I wanted to do 16 was number 16 is the first movie that I saw this year, the new Scream movie. It literally felt like Scream is a horror franchise that I just love. It was campy. It was cheesy. It was everything. I loved it. I ate every second of it up. And it left me on the edge of my seat, and I've won a Scream 6 and 7. I want it now.
They're already now 6. It's
Well,
coming out next year.
What? And I'll probably
Isn't it,
talk
right,
about it. Yeah, it's coming out in March. Yeah. But I'll say my reasons as to why. Everyone knows I'm a die-hard Scream fan. I actually don't want Scream 6. And the reason, but I am going to see it, and I'm super psyched that we're getting Kirby back and stuff. Like, I love the fact that Kirby Reed from Scream 4 is coming back.
Yeah.
And Hayden Panettiere is coming out of retirement for it. But, but like, but the reason I don't need it is because, like, this last Scream movie ended the arcs of all of our characters that we know and love perfectly. And then if you're going to make a Scream 6, like, don't bring back, I mean, I could make an exception with Kirby Reed, but like, here they're bringing Courtney Cox back. I'm like, why? Don't bring any of those characters back. Just let them have they're done. Focus on new characters. Focus on this. But I don't know meta-wise where they could go. I thought about something where they could go, and it would be kind of clever, but then I don't know where Scream 7 would go after it. Because Scream 6, they could do the whole, like, okay, you've done the Legacy sequel. Where do you go next? You can't do anything after the Legacy sequel. Something like that. And that could be their whole
imagine though, like, they should do, though, a lot of references to the Jedi. That would be great. Because it's the second film in a new trilogy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because, like, the last, how it wrapped up, you know.
Yeah, I mean, they already made some Star Wars trilogy jokes in this one. But they definitely should for...
Like, his character's like, you know, like picking up a knife and you think it's the killer, but then they hand it to somebody else and they throw it away.
Oh, man, that'd be great. So, Ross, what is your honorable mentions?
I have, like, a few honorable mentions. You know, Scream is one of my honorable mentions. You know, I don't rank my honorable mentions ever. Scream is, Cyrano, Jurassic World Dominion, and then I'm going to surprise you guys. I know that this film is not the best. I don't even really consider it a film, really, and that's Jackass Forever. If you just want to watch a guy, you know, like, do stupid shit, then this movie's for you.
Oh, yeah.
No,
There's a
Well,
new
hey,
girl too, and the
no,
new girl.
I
don't
There's
worry.
a
There's
new
a movie
girl,
in
though,
my
that's actually
in
really
my
one.
ranking that doesn't count as a film, but it's still in counting it as a film because it's like almost like a documentary of sorts.
Yeah, but the
So-
new girl though, she's actually braver than everyone else.
consider Jackass Forever not my cup of tea, but I still consider it a film. A film, and it does have a very passionate fan base, and I respect it for that.
Yeah, like
And
and
it is a type of comedy. It is a very well done type of comedy that I just am not a fan of.
yeah, Michael though. I mean, like she is braver than all the boys, and she'll tease them for it too, because like there's where they literally have to like lick a taser and then get bit by a snake, and then now like stuff like that, and then she's like, "Come on, you pussies, let's go on."
Oh wow.
I'll show you her because she's awesome too.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
See, she's the bravest.
Oh wow. That's okay. Wow, that's all. That's
Isn't that amazing? Even more.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, too. Like, and then they like have like African American guy's dad who was literally like a crip in Compton, and then like he's afraid of a poisonous spider biting him. And the guy's nickname is Danger,
wow.
and he's afraid of that.
So
Yeah, so those are my honorable mentions. Cyrano,
oh, yeah.
Jurassic World Dominion, and then Scream, and then like Jackass Forever.
Nice. I still need to see Jackass Forever. But
You haven't seen the others, right?
I have seen the others. Yeah.
Did you like them?
I mean, like I said, I'm right down the middle with Jurassic World Dominion. I'm like,
No. I
That's
said
right.
Jackass.
oh, yeah, I thought you meant the others of that. The
Yeah.
only other Jackass movie I've seen is Bad Grandpa.
You should watch them all because, like, like some of the shit they do, I would never do, and then just small stuff. Like, what they do?
What?
They give each other paper cuts.
Oh,
You know
no.
where?
Oh,
Do you know
no.
where?
No, I don't want to know. Where?
No, it's nowhere inappropriate. Look,
Where?
like here, and then like in between the toes.
Oh, okay, that's even worse. Oh my god, no, that just I'm imagining that. I can't.
This is
have
why
you-
I can't watch these types of movies.
Have you seen Jackass 4.5 or whatever? It's
Not
called?
yet. It's on my list. After
Yeah.
Morbius, I will watch it. I'm gonna give Morbius a shot.
Hey, there you heard it, guys. Too bad we're not doing this after you watch Morbius because we all know that would be number one because it's Morgan time. So for me, my honorable mentions are as follows. Let me open up my list here on Letterboxd, but
I've done
I've
the
got-
same. That's what I was doing. The same thing with Michael when I was off screen. I was going on Letterboxd. I may do that a couple of times throughout the night. Heads up.
I know I'm definitely gonna use Letterboxd because it really helps a lot. Which, by the way, guys, I just gotta say, I did not mean this was not intentional. I swear to God, this is not intentional. I literally have seen 69 movies so far. Yeah, so there's the 69 show in there.
I've seen 37. I'm thinking I'm gonna be my
What up?
56 from last year because like I'm seeing Elvis tomorrow, and I've got some other movies to watch. I've still got to watch The Man from Toronto, The Valet, Father of the Bride. So I think I'm gonna be breaking my record this year.
Yeah, Father Bride though is good. It's gonna make my top 10. I won't tell you guys where though.
I've started it. I'm gonna restart it. Just to make sure that I get all of the delicious plot.
Have you seen the part? Did you ever? Have you seen the Black Phone yet, Andrew?
No, that's a movie that I'd see if I lived closer to a theater. Or like if somebody wants to see a movie and there's nothing else out, hey, let's go see the Black Phone. You know.
It was good though. It's really good.
Oh, I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying there's other movies first that I
Yeah,
want.
Ethan Hawke is creepy in it too.
And I can tell just from the trailers, the mask and everything.
Actually, though, the mask has 3 parts to it too. He'll sometimes he'll take off this part, so only this, or sometimes he'll have this. You know.
I'm still here, Ross. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, but so you love Cyrano, Andrew?
I really enjoyed Cyrano.
How was Endgame again?
I actually watched it with my girlfriend.
I know in
I'm
person
all right. I'm back, guys. I just had to handle something real quick, but I'm good.
with the
She
dogs.
was ready to kill
Yeah.
me when she saw Black Widow and Tony died. She was like, "You didn't tell me about this." Yeah,
You should have, Andrew. Though, like, you should go see the Black Phone, Andrew. Really,
It's really good.
Oh,
So here's
this
my
one-
honorable mentions I want to mention real quick.
Yeah.
So the ones I'm going to mention, I've got The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
I haven't
That was
seen that yet.
You know, such a
Did
fun.
anyone see that?
That was such a fun Nicolas Cage meta. I wasn't as meta as I was hoping it would be, but it was still like a fun Nicolas Cage kind of action film. And then my next one on my honorable mentions is one that honestly is probably one of the hardest watches that I've had to endure, and I probably would never watch it again. But it was exceptional, and you know I've been obsessed with Jenna Ortega ever since I noticed her in the like Babysitter sequel, which was on one of the Babysitter movies on Netflix. I noticed her on that, and I was like, who is this girl? She's really good. And then I saw Scream 2022, became obsessed with her. And then I watched what is her best performance to date, and that's The Fallout. This film was beautiful, but it was also gut-wrenching, and it was just the subject matter. I don't even want to tell you guys the subject matter. Watch it, and the scene will horrify you. Just
Would you recommend it for me?
Say what?
Would you recommend it for me?
I would, but I think you are gonna like it. I think you're actually gonna love it. But I just know that knowing you, I think that you're gonna have a hard time sitting through that.
What about me? You think?
I think you're gonna definitely take that scene a little bit easier, I guess, than Andrew, because you have a little bit more of a sternness to you than Andrew does.
Yeah.
But you're still gonna be
What
like,
service
this
is it on?
really hard to watch. Say what?
What service is it on?
It's on HBO Max.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it's with her and Maddie Ziegler, right?
Yeah, Maddie Ziegler is in it as well. And what's her
Oh.
name? Shailene Woodley even has a short role in it as a therapist. So yeah, it was really good, and I'm rooting for whenever we do our announcement here at the end. I'm really hoping for a not possible nomination for Jenna Ortega.
I cannot wait though for her show to come out too.
Oh, the Wednesday Addams one.
Yes.
And she was the best part of Studio 666, but she was like a cameo in that movie.
And then
So,
X too, which X I
Oh,
didn't.
she was great in X. She's becoming
She also
like
has the hardest job on a film set too, Andrew, in the movie X.
Oh yeah.
I've seen the movie X, and I remember thinking about it. I thought that it was decent. It is lower on my list, and I actually have a reason for it, which I may discuss tonight if we get that.
Yeah. Too though, Andrew. Like I'm just saying, in the movie X, she has the hardest job on the film set too. Do what she is.
What?
She's the boom operator. That's the hardest job on the film set.
Yeah.
Oh, the microphone. Yeah.
So my next one on my honorable mentions is a documentary I watched called Fire of Love. This is the greatest lava-fueled love story ever told. What it's about is it says Katya and Maurice Kraft love two things: each other and volcanoes. For 2 decades, the daring French volcanologist couple were seduced by the thrill and danger of the elemental love triangle. They roamed the planet chasing eruptions and their aftermath, documenting their discoveries in stunning photographs and breathtaking film to share with an increasingly curious public in media appearances and lecture tours. Ultimately, Katya and Maurice would lose their lives during a 1991 volcanic explosion on Japan's Mount Unzen, but they would leave a legacy that would forever enrich our knowledge of the natural world. So that's the documentary I watched called Fire of Love, and it was really good. I highly recommend that one. That's on my honorable mentions. And then next up, I also got Fire Island on my honorable mentions. That was just a fun Pride and Prejudice gay retelling of that story. I think it was really, really well done. Next one, I gotta give my girl a shout out. This is more of a concert film, but it's still a documentary of sorts. It's like a documentary / concert film. I love Olivia Rodrigo, so I gotta include Olivia Rodrigo Driving Home to You, a Sour film. That's what it is. It's all about her album Sour and what that.
Is she gonna be in part 3 or no? I heard she's not, right?
She is going. No, she's going to be in it, but she's not going to be a big role.
Okay.
Yeah, because she is in the trailer. She just was not.
Is she still making music?
She is.
But Andrew, you got to watch the show. You would love it.
Oh yeah, High School Musical.
The musical, the series.
Oh yeah.
I will for wedding, and me and my girlfriend are currently watching, rewatching another show. But when I can, I will watch it.
What show are y'all watching?
We're binge watching How I Met Your Mother.
What about Glee?
And Glee. Yes, we're doing
another one.
Glee.
And also do me a favor, Andrew. Do not watch How I Met Your Father. That one was atrocious.
You watched it.
I have watched it, and I actually didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. It was it felt like to me that it wasn't terrible, but it didn't live up to the heights of the original How I Met Your
Mother. Mike. Though, did you speaking of like How I Met Your Father? Did you get the video I sent you from the Amazon thing?
The
Prime Day commercial.
Oh yeah, I did see that now.
You get it though. How that's not supposed to be sexy, but I still found it.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. So, I do want to mention this on the honorable mentions is a return to force for a director that we all love. This is a return to form for him. He made this film during COVID, and that is Crimes of the Future. One of the best scores of the year too, by Howard Shore, by the way. But Crimes of the Future stars Leah Sado, Viggo Mortensen, and Kristen Stewart in like her funniest role in a while, honestly. But they're all like do an excellent job here. Of course, you know, David Cronenberg, he's the king of body horror, so he gives you a lot of great body horror stuff in here, and I just really loved the themes it addressed and what it was really conveying there. So yeah, Crimes of the Future, that's a great one. And then I also have one that I watched at a film festival called it was Slam Dance Film Festival called The Civil Dead. Really love this one. It says a misanthropic I can never say that word. Struggling photographer just wants to watch TV and eat candy while his wife is out of town. But when a desperate old pal resurfaces, his plans are thwarted with spooky consequences. So it's like this kind of ghost story that was really lovely. I just wasn't a big fan of the ending. That's why I didn't make my list. But other than that, I really was big on that. And then Men. I do want to give a shout out to Alex Garland's Men. I thought that was an interesting film. So those would be my honorable mention. Oh, okay. And my other honorable mention. Oh shoot. Okay, so it's like you mentioned. I don't know which one I'd put on my list or which one I'd put in my top 10.
Is Elvis gonna be in your top 10, Mike?
That's what I was contemplating. I don't know if I'm going to put Elvis in my top 10 or if I'm putting this in my.
Oh, they're talking about him joining the DCEU too.
Oh, as who?
Arrow.
Oh, that would be great. But he was so amazing in this role. Yeah, I'm going to give, as of right now, just because it's all fresh in my head right now, I need to rewatch this one. I'm going to give an honorable mention, but it's like this dang close to getting on my list to Scream 2022. Just such a fun time. I love Jenna Ortega. She was just excellent in this film, as well as the rest of the cast here.
She's gonna become a huge star too.
Oh, she's gonna be a Scream queen.
Sabrina. Sabrina. That. What's that girl's name?
Oh, Marissa Barrera.
Yeah, she's gonna be.
Yeah, she's in a new Netflix show coming out soon too. So,
Andrew, do you like her? Melissa Barrera.
I haven't really seen her in a lot of stuff.
Did you like her in The Heights?
What did she play in The Heights?
Usnavi's girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh, she's good in that. I liked her.
And then, she was the main character in Scream, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, she was. Then she was really good. Yep, I like her.
Yeah, she's a really good actress. But Jenna Ortega stole the show for me in Scream. She was fantastic. And they all were. It was all great seeing the old cast back again. I thought that this was probably the best Dewey we've had. And all.
He's basically Logan.
Yeah, it's a lot like Logan. His storyline is, anyways, or he kind of acts like Logan. But it was like a more smarter and intelligent Dewey, which I really liked. And then, the other two were just kind of there, but it was still fun to see him. And the reason why I didn't know if the reason I'm putting this in honorable mentions for right now, even though it has such a special place in my heart, is honestly probably the best theater reaction I've had all year, because everyone was screaming, shouting, cheering. You had a whole pack of Scream fans in there, all being loud and just into it. But the reason why I didn't quite make my list is because there are, and it's one of those rare examples. You know how like Ari, our friend Ari, gives a film like a 4.5 out of 5, like Spider-Man or whatever, but then it's like he has so many issues with it. I might drop down my score because that's what I initially gave it. But then it's like, because I always think, and even though Elvis is a lower score, I could give that like a 4 out of 5. It still would probably make my list over this, only because it's a better made movie, in the sense that Scream definitely has some logic issues. When you're watching this film, you're like, okay, how did that person just get murdered in broad daylight and nobody saw that? And then there's like other things that's like, okay, how is there nobody in that hospital? That is completely unbelievable. So there's a couple logic issues there that keep me from putting it in this list, but it gets really, really close. So I definitely love Scream. It's probably my second favorite of the franchise so far. And I'm excited for Scream 6. So with that said, I am pretty much ready for our list. But before I do that, I'm going to just take a couple comments here. We got Bacon Poo Poo says, Wolfman. Oh, yeah. And then we've got Dark Ether Files Podcast says, hello there. None of you guys were in the stream last night.
It got scary and crazy.
If y'all were there in the comments section, it would have been much better. But
yeah, we needed you guys last night to rescue me.
Yeah, because we got some weirdos.
They were literally, they stalked my Facebook, because like I have my Facebook kind of open, and they said that they went to high school with me, and they said the high school's name, and then they also, said that they worked with me at Goodwill.
Yeah, it was weird. And then they were like saying, you need to learn to keep your Facebook account private, Ross, and all that stuff. And I was like,
and they said like this is them teaching me about internet safety.
Yeah, which is, I'm like, okay, that was really weird. So if you guys want to check that out, check out our Stranger Things stream where I adjust the chat and it got really funky. So, but now that we're going to do our 10 through 8. I will start off with, again, since he's our special guest, I'll let Andrew go first. What is your 10 through 8, man?
Okay. No, number 10 is a movie that I had some permission because I'm technically still not exactly finished with this movie yet, but I'm more than halfway through. This just Turning Red. It's the new Hulu movie that just dropped today, The Princess, and I just love this movie. It is an action movie. It's really exciting. It feels very like it feels epic, badass up there fighting in a castle. It's amazing, and they do something in this movie that I have a lot of problems with. I kind of feel that it is a disservice to women to say, hey, let's take this iconic character and make them female. It's kind of like I want to see an amazing female original character. I've loved seeing that. And this movie, they do that. They make this John Wick style adventure with this princess, and every minute of this movie, I am eating up. Every minute of this movie, it's exciting. It's interesting. And there's one line that kills me. There's one guy that literally, when in the window and you hear my leg, and the minute that he says it, I'm like, did he really just say that? But it's a really good movie. Highly suggest it. At number 9 is
And
Adam.
hey, and speaking of John Wick, female John Wick adventures, I'm really excited for when the ballerina comes.
Oh, I'm excited for that too. And at number 9 is the Adam Project.
I
And
still have to see that.
I love Sean Levy. Sean Levy is a god to me now. He made this with Ryan Reynolds right after Free Guy, which was my second favorite movie of last year. To me, and now they're doing Deadpool 3 together.
And Sean Levy is a director on Stranger Things, so I mean,
this is a director and actor duo or combination that I really like. Sean Levy, do not give up on me, bro. Do not disappoint me.
He wanted them too. Like he also did the Night Museum movies too.
I love those movies. They're a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I love this movie. Had everything in it. The child actor was good. There was action. There was romance. It was exciting. It was fun. And to me, I love it when a movie can combine multiple genres and be just that amazing.
Yeah.
He's actually, wow. No, his track record's pretty good. You know what else he did?
What?
Big Fat Liar.
Wow.
Just Married, which was good.
Oh wait, he did the original Big Fat Liar with Paul Giamatti?
Yes.
Oh, I love that movie.
Wait, Cheaper by the Dozen.
I loved that movie growing up.
The Pink, he did the old Cheaper by the Dozen, the one with Steve Martin.
Oh wow.
Yes.
The Pink Panther. All 3 Nights Museums, Date Night, Real Steel, The Internship, This Is Where I Leave You, which is an underrated movie.
Yeah, I never watched that one. But wow, but his other films on his track record. Yeah, that's kind of.
No. You would like, though, Mike, This Is Where I Leave You. Do you know who's in it?
Isn't it like Owen Wilson?
No.
And
No, it's Jason Bateman.
Oh, yeah.
Tina Fey.
Oh, yeah.
Adam Driver, Rose Byrne.
Wow.
The guy that played the the bad guy in Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Catherine Hahn.
Wow.
And Jane Fonda.
Whoa, that is definitely a stat cast.
And then like Timothy Oliphant and Dax Shepard.
Wow.
And Ben Schwartz.
Jesus. Okay, that's a stat cast. Jeez.
So that was my 10 through 9. My number 8 is this little HBO Max movie called Kimmy. Now this movie's an hour and a half, but it's literally an hour and a half of edge of your seat adventure. That it feels like as you're watching this movie, the time goes by fast because you are so invested in the plot and the action and the twists and the turns. If you want a good movie, a good quick movie, I highly suggest Kimmy. And these are the not as good best movies of the year on my list.
Wow. Yeah, and Zoe Kravitz is exceptional in Kimmy. She is so good.
Oh yeah, yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, she is excellent. I would love some like mid-season nominations for her too.
She did this movie too.
So.
I forget what it was called. The Road Within, and it had the guy from Umbrella Academy and Dev Patel and her.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, but I've never seen.
So that's a really great list there. Adam Project is a fun one. Kimmy is a fun one. And then I've yet to see The Princess. I'll probably watch that soon after I catch up on my other two I want to watch, which is like Happening and which is a French film, and Good Luck to You, Leo Grande. I kind of want to catch up on those first, and then after that, I'll probably watch like The Princess and a few other ones. But Ross, what is your?
Don't hate me, okay? My number 10 is The Northman. Okay, I like the movie. I just thought that the pace was a teensy bit too slow for me, and then like the acting is basically The Lion King again, But still, but still,
Well, wait. So, but the but the acting though isn't like The Lion King. That's the story.
No. I'm so sorry. I meant the story is like The Lion King. Yeah.
Okay.
The acting though was good, especially like Anya Taylor-Joy, and the technicals were great. I thought it was shot well and everything. It's just the story was a little bit too slow moving for me. And then like I know that this is kind of I know that this is like a minor thing. I wish they would have done it in the original language too. That would have been cooler. I think.
Like in the original kind of Viking
language.
Yeah, that would have been cool. They still had some like old English type stuff in there, but it would have been and as someone who studied a lot, like for me, I'm a fan of Greek mythology, but I'm a sucker for Norse mythology. I love Norse mythology stuff. So like Robert Eggers, he's like loves the Norse mythology stuff. This is definitely higher on my list, but I can see why you don't love it as much. I mean, I have another friend who's a huge fan of Robert Eggers who doesn't love it as much as I do. So,
and this is my first Robert Eggers movie too.
Oh, okay. That's also probably another reason why. Because if you're used to his style, he's done The Witch and The Lighthouse. So then, like, those are already slow movies. So they kind of.
And I love slower movies, but this one, okay, like it just too. This felt like like it feels like. I'm getting tired of like the medieval time stuff. Is because except for The Last Duel, they all have the sameness to them, kind of. If you really think about it, I mean the storyline.
Did you expect?
I never get tired of medieval stuff.
Did you expect the twist in this though?
What?
The twist? Did you expect the twist in this?
No.
I know I didn't see that coming either. I was like, "What? That's crazy." But that was really cool. And yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy, she always has my heart. So, what's your number 9?
My number 9 is Chippendale Rescue Rangers. It's actually the fun film. I love it. And then I love like the whole like spoof stuff. And then and plus it makes a movie that should be dog shit and makes it good. I think that this movie is actually like entertaining. Like I want to watch it again just to see all the creatures, and like everything in the uncanny valley and stuff, and the writing is just smart, about how they want to get bootlegged, so yeah.
No, I have yet to see Chippendale. I do want to see it really bad. That's going to be one of the next ones on my catch up list.
Have you seen it, Andrew?
After this,
yeah. I actually thoroughly enjoyed that movie.
What did you think about the Northman? Did you see the Northman?
I've not had a chance to see the Northman.
I don't know if it'll be for you either, Andrew.
Well, do you like naked sword fighting?
I like sword fighting. I like medieval stuff.
Well, You get to
The
see some.
princess is
You get to
medieval.
see some naked men showing off their wings as they're sword fighting. So there you go.
But God, are they sword fighting with them?
That would have been even better. That would have been amazing. No, they're not. They're just doing a normal sword fight, just naked. But
I
Okay,
apologize
what-
to any younger viewers that were watching at that exact moment.
yes,
I don't care.
What's your number? To
My
quote
number 8 is
Benjamin.
Father of the Bride.
Nice. Another one I still need to check out.
It's a perfect streaming movie, as I said. It's because, like, you know, like if it were in the theaters, it wouldn't be as good. But since it's free on streaming, you know, like, and it has the budget of a streaming movie, you know, it's really good. You know, it's just cute and sweet. You know, like, and then there's some some really funny lines. You know, like, but you know, like, still, you know, like, I just like the story of Father of Bride. You know, like, and if they were to make, I don't know if they should even make a second one, but still, you know, like, because like they wrapped everything up perfectly, you know, but still, you know, like, it's a good movie, you know. I recommend everyone seeing, you know, like, and the trailers were bad, but the movie's actually pretty decent. Andrew's seen some of it, he said.
Okay. That nice. Well, Andrew, what do you think of what you've seen so far of Father of the Bride?
So far, I like it. I am going to restart it. I have some movies to catch up on, and that's one of them. Elvis, Man from Toronto, The Valet, now Father of the Bride, and now The Bar. And now The Bar, thanks to your recommendation.
His daughter's, though, in it. You know, I'm not complaining.
Oh yeah.
It's the one from Morbius is getting married. Remember her?
Yeah. She was.
Then do you know who his youngest daughter is?
Who?
Isabelle Moner.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah, she's also not bad at all.
Yeah,
but
you know,
really great
plus
actress.
Two now, like, it's kind of it's hinted being an LGBTQ film too.
Oh, it is cool.
It's because, like, you know, like, the youngest daughter and this
Mhm.
girl are drinking, you know, like, seen drinking at the bar, you know, at the wedding.
Yeah.
And that says, I like her a lot. And then the dance scene they're seeing, you know, like, dancing, putting their heads on each other.
Oh wow.
So you see how it's kind of hinting at it?
Yeah, I can see that. So my that's a great 10 through 8. So my number 10, I'm gonna start off with, it's very convenient and kind of funny. It's my number 10 because it's Roman numeral 10, which is X. Y'all got that right. I more than the people here, I really adored this movie. This was a film that it is. I mean, the trailers already got me hyped, but seeing there's my girl Jenna Ortega there on the front there, but just, you know, seeing how this was just such an homage to the sort of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre of 1970. Like, when was Texas Chainsaw Massacre? 1976, something like that. But it was an homage to that kind of film, and then and they had so many callbacks to that. The way it was shot with the grainy aspect, y'all gotta admit the cinematography was outstanding in the film.
Yes, and plus too, I think it was also the experience that got it ruined for me too.
Oh no, what was the experience?
Okay, like, you know, like, we had a bunch of friends over, you know, like Ashton and I did, you know, I mean, you know, like, to watch it.
Yeah.
And then, like, during the sex scenes, this guy would say, you know, like, make the noise, Ross.
Oh, okay.
So you see how that would kind of ruin the movie for me too?
Yeah.
For me, I liked it, but I felt like it was like, especially the first 45 to 50 minutes moved kind of slow.
Yeah.
I do want to see the prequel though.
So
yeah, I'm very interested in Pearl. And then
yes, I'll still be interested in the prequel. I just felt like when it got to the action, when it got to the frights and the scares, it was really, really good. But I just felt that they could have gotten to them a little bit.
But the makeup though, makeup though, Andrew too, the makeup.
Yeah, because that was Mia Goth, the main girl that you see in the movie. That was her in the old lady makeup, which is like crazy. That's how good.
I've got something funny to tell you about X after the stream, Michael. You'll appreciate it.
Oh, okay. I can't wait to hear it. But yeah, as we mentioned earlier, Jenna Ortega solidified herself as a Scream Queen. They literally were in an interview thing talking about asking all the actors in this film, saying, "What's your favorite horror movies?" And they each had their own one horror movie that they named. Jenna Ortega was like, "Oh, the original Halloween, Friday 13th. Oh, Prom Night's a good one." She's like, that's naming off all these. I was like, "Oh yeah, you're now the Scream Queen of this generation. You're that girl now." And she seems to be embracing horror, and everyone did a phenomenal job here. But like you said, whenever you get to the point of the scares and the actual gore and the kills and everything, this has some of the best kills in a horror movie.
Yeah.
Like
The Rake.
a good while. Oh my God, was there some
You remember that one?
The Rake.
When he stepped on the
That was like yikes. So yeah, that was a really good one. And so X is my number 10. My number 9 is one I literally just watched today in theaters. But I just want to say that y'all are all my Uncle Bernie love. Oh, that's a bad impression of him, but it is Elvis right there with Austin Butler in the role playing Elvis Presley.
How is he in it?
Fucking phenomenal.
I'm seeing it to. Sorry, Michael, you continue.
But he is absolutely Oscar worthy. I think that I don't even need to see any of the other performances from the last half of the year. I think that he honestly should be in the top 5 best actor nominee discussion for sure.
I'm seeing this tomorrow, and I could not be marked out for tomorrow morning till I get to see this movie.
Oh yeah, Baz Luhrmann
on the 7th, so not too long. Not too long.
You're doing
Baz Luhrmann to me is mind blowing.
On the 7th.
Nice. Yeah,
Baz Luhrmann is very hit and miss for me. Do you know why?
Because
I love Moulin Rouge. I love Moulin Rouge, and I love Romeo and Juliet. And Australia was okay, but I did not like Great Gatsby. If they were to put in the regular music, then I'd love it more.
I love The Great Gatsby,
and that was my big issue with this movie. Is that I love Baz Luhrmann's style. He's a stylish director, and it fit for Elvis Presley. It fit for this movie. It was really well done. However, there was like the and then I'm in it. Like all these rap songs and stuff like that played, and it does that like a couple times, and they totally did not fit with the scenes. Like tonally, I was like, okay, this is tonally really off right now. And this movie is wacky. It's ballsy. Like there is some strange stuff in here, but it's done. It's a biopic that like no other. Like,
is it really another? I've heard something about it too. No, this isn't a spoiler. I'll do what I heard. I heard that Tom Hanks is almost like it's a me. That's how bad I heard he is.
Yeah, Tom Hanks is one of those that I'm hit or miss because like as soon as he started speaking, I almost died laughing out loud in the theater. Like he is that kind of overdoing it a bit. But as the film progressed and you saw what kind of role he was doing, which by the way, it was also too long, 2 hours and 40 minutes, like it could have been shorter. But as the film progressed, and I got more used to his performance, it was fine to me. But when it started out, I thought, okay, this is ridiculous.
So it's not as bad as House of Gucci then?
No. But it still was like really weird at first. So those are a few of my negatives, but like overall, just the highs that this gave me, that's why I still gave it a 4 out of 5 because like the highs that it gives was just such an adrenaline rush, man. Like this movie was just so fun and energetic, but also like poignant and emotional. And you saw like a real side to Elvis. So you saw him in the, obviously the kind of, oh, look at this fame, like pop, shake his hips kind of guy, with great music and everything that would make your toes tap. But then it's like, but then you saw like the vulnerable side of him. You saw the side of him that was broken, that had to deal with drug abuse and all that. So there's some really good things in there. So Elvis is number 9, and then my number 8 right now is something that, you know, you mentioned Jackass. This sort of is in the boat of it's not really a film, but I'm going to count it because it's sort of a documentary of sorts. And if you really want to get to my heart, guys, then you know that this franchise is near and dear to my heart. This is something that is very close to me, and my twin brother was in this. Can you guys already guess what it is? It is the Harry Potter 20th anniversary.
I haven't watched that yet.
special
Is it good?
on HBO Max here. And my twin brother Ron Weasley right there, and Emma Watson and all of them. Yeah, this was a really great but also emotional reunion of everyone coming together again. I'm not gonna lie, as soon as they all started hugging and you heard the Harry Potter theme, that do 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 do. As soon as that started playing, they were all hugging each other. I was like almost sobbing because this franchise I grew up with a lot, and this was very near and dear to my heart. So just seeing them all come back together again was just something just beautiful, and I would definitely always revisit this one when I get a chance. So yeah, Harry Potter 20th anniversary celebration, what is my number 8. And the reason it's not higher is because it's like in that vein of like not really being a film, but it's still sort of like a documentary of sorts because you see all the interviews from them and everything. It's really well done. So I highly recommend it. So yeah, any comments on my 10 through 8 before we move on?
I still have to see the Harry Potter one. You know, I do want to see it though eventually.
Oh, yeah.
I still need to watch that from the beginning, and I'm seeing Elvis tomorrow, and I've seen X. So I've heard of all your movies, which I really really like.
Oh yeah, too like, you know, like on Prime Day, on a few Prime days ago, I got the Harry Potter, you know, Blu-ray set for $13, so I was happy.
Ooh, that's cool.
All 8.
I'm gonna have to look for that then if I can find that. If it's still,
I don't think it'll. You know how they're special deals and stuff, huh?
Yeah, that's a good point. So next up, it was 10 through 8, and then it was 7 through 6, right?
Yeah, I think.
So we'll start off with you, Andrew, again. What is your number 7? And then
let's do 7, 6, 5, and then we do our top 4 all together.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
And then for 4 we can just say my 4 is this. Ross could say his 4. Michael could say his 4, and then if we did the same for 3, since those are the elite of the elite, at least for me. And for number 7 for me is this Netflix movie. I swear this is the last streaming movie. It's called The Bubble. And
I never saw it.
What?
Never saw it.
It's a comedy about a group of people that are trying to film a major Hollywood movie amongst the coronavirus pandemic.
Yeah.
So, like right from the start of the movie, you know, it's gonna be funny. So somebody gives somebody a hug, and these people in these medical outfits tackle the dude to the ground. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You know. And right from that moment, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a funny movie, and just and just all of the lines and like the jokes and like all the relatability of everything. Like one of the jokes in the movie has to constantly shut down production due to COVID exposure. That's hilarious because it's relatable. And Keegan Michael Key is in this movie, and this man, Keegan Michael Key, he's hilarious. I'm really love seeing him and stuff.
Nice. And this was a film that actually got really bad reviews from critics. So this is one that you seem to love a lot more than
Like last
critics
year's
do.
Thunder Force.
Yeah.
I honestly loved it. Love it.
What about
And-
Thunder Force?
And I honestly felt like this is funnier than Thunder Force.
Well,
All right.
I know you guys thinking that that's not saying much.
Well, yeah. But
yeah.
But at number 7 for me is the Lost City.
that was a big surprise for me this year.
I never
really-
saw it.
I
Never
really-
saw it yet. I'm going to
fun
though.
with
I want to see it.
That is a movie. It is a romantic comedy that it just made me feel happy. Like Channing Tatum, Sandra Bullock had really good chemistry. Daniel Radcliffe as the villain was good. Was good. It was funny. You felt a connection between the leads. When there was action, it was actually funny and intense and like actually like good action and it had some really funny moments, and it actually has a standout visual moment of the year for me.
Ooh.
It is downright hilarious. And then at number 5 is a movie that Michael is gonna think it's a sin that it is so low. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yep, definitely a sin. It's low, but I understand why. 'cause
Yeah.
It's
I'd still
and
love
and part of the reason it's so low is because I was in the back of the movie theater and I was not aware about how much of the movie is gonna be in Chinese or Japanese.
Oh, yeah.
So I could not read the subtitles, but the action and the heart and the love and the comedy was all top tier, and I love that. It is a movie that after watching, you're like, I need to watch that again to get everything that I just witnessed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, too. And plus, that's why you can't fight googly eyes anymore either.
It's because of that movie.
Yes.
Wow. But yeah, that's a good list there. So that was your number. What number was that?
That was number 765. So I've got 4, 3, 2, 1 left.
All right, cool. So yeah, I'm going to be mentioning Everything Everywhere All at Once here soon. I love that movie. Still need to see The Bubble. And then what was your other one again?
The Lost City.
The Lost City. Oh yeah, that was one of my biggest surprises of the year. I really enjoyed that one a lot. I didn't.
Oh yeah,
make
no,
my
I
list.
switched out Chip and Dale. I mean, I put Chip and Dale in because I didn't. It was either that or Sonic 2.
Oh yeah,
Sonic 2 was good. Sonic 2 was good though.
it was good. It was, yeah.
Was good. Good. Gotta give credit to Sonic 2. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
did feel it was a little bit long.
my number 7 is.
Wait, have I
One-
done mine yet?
Oh yeah. We'll go to you first. And
Yeah,
then-
okay,
So,
sorry.
so what is your number 7?
My number 7 is actually Multiverse of Madness.
Nice.
I love this movie. Like it is a horror movie, but that's what I love about it. And then like I need the hot toy, the Doctor Strange zombie floating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but still, like I still love this movie. And then like Bruce Campbell's cameo in it is hilarious. Oh, it did not jump around though. It didn't jump around enough for me though a little bit.
It's over.
You know, it didn't really jump around for me a little bit, and then like and plus like too like
That part made me laugh.
I
It's
might
over.
getting though a little bit of Marvel fatigue only because all these deaths. I don't believe it, you know. So yeah, so that's why this still is a fun movie, and then I love the Illuminati part, you know.
It was different for don't say that around Nolan, but it was different for
yeah,
for the MCU, and you know how like it was almost like a horror movie, like you mentioned. So
yeah, but she'll be back.
That's right. Oh yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, for sure. She'll be back, but yeah, it's that one was a really fun one that I quite enjoyed. Didn't make my list, but it would be in my honorable mentions if someone asked me. So yeah, that's a fun one. What's your number 6?
My number 6 is the Batman.
All right, nice.
It would be higher if it weren't for that second climax, that didn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, not for me though. It's because like the Riddler got arrested. That should have been the end of the movie, and then they should have built that up for the second one. The whole water thing. So then, like every single time I watch, that the length of the movie becomes more and more of a problem for me. The first time, I'm like, it's 3 hours. It doesn't feel, But then, like the last 30 minutes, I'm going, okay, let's wrap this up. Come on, But I still love the movie. And then Colin Farrell and Paul Dano were really great in it. And then Zoe Kravitz was amazing too.
Oh God, yeah, everyone was so good in that movie.
And then actually, I think my favorite performance might be John Turturro.
Oh, John Turturro, yeah, he definitely was like the most excellent. I feel like he was the most excellent part, or one of the most excellent parts of that movie.
He was subtle too. That's what I liked.
He was what?
Subtle. He was subtle.
Yeah, and Paul Dano was opposite of subtle in that movie for sure. Still an excellent performance, but yeah, Paul Dano is definitely the opposite of subtle.
Still was Colin Farrell.
Oh yeah, I loved Colin Farrell though. He provided a lot of the humor. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is The Black Phone.
Nice.
I love it. It's because it's creepy. It's not scary it wasn't as scary as I would be, but it is creepier. And then Andrew, his sister's gonna become your favorite character of the year.
Oh yeah.
I would like to see the black one eventually.
It's because she calls the cop a cockfucker.
She even said that to God or something like that at one point.
Yeah, but this movie's just creepy, and then I love the 70s feel I have for it. And it's not just okay, they dress like the 70s. No. The film has a grit and realism of the 70s.
Yeah, that's sort of what I liked about X too.
Yeah, you know what though? Too about this though? I don't care, since this is going on online, I love that you know nothing about the grabber.
Yeah.
That's not a spoiler though, is it? Or
well, I mean, you did kind of give away something. I mean, if no one has seen it, then they'll probably will go in now knowing that you don't know anything about the grabber. So
yeah, but I think that's better though.
Yeah.
It's like the Joker. We don't know anything about the Joker either, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Ethan Hawke is amazing in this.
He is.
Oh yeah, too though. But the thing too, like my one criticism though,
it's like saying water is wet.
Yeah, but you know what I mean though. I mean though, my one criticism is that I felt like they could have sped things a little bit up in the beginning.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because okay, if it was 2.5 hours, I would have been like, okay, this is perfect. But at an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. My big issue with it was that there was a certain scene that had the it was sort of to hint towards stuff, but I feel like they practically gave it away because then I was able to guess. I was like, well, that person's involved. And then once they showed something at the end, I was like, well, yeah, okay, that person was involved. So they made it way too predictable. So that was just sort of my big criticism with it.
Oh
But
yeah,
overall,
Andrew,
still a good time.
Andrew, you were basically in the movie though. You were basically in the movie, Andrew, in a way.
Hmm.
You know who I mean though, Mike?
Who?
The guy from It. He's in the cast list. Remember?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is he did sort of act like Andrew, but so for my number 7, I have a film that it's so sad none of y'all have seen this, and it's going to go vastly overlooked by a majority of you guys watching this video. It is a beautiful, somber, emotional, slow burn movie called After Yang. This one has Colin Farrell, talking about a Colin Farrell movie. It's got Haley Lou Richardson in it.
Oh, my favorite.
And then it stars or it's directed by Kaganata, who I had not seen his last film he did, which was Columbus. That also had Haley Lou Richardson. But I did hear that amazing things about that one. I definitely want to check it out. But I watched this. This is my introduction, and it's from A24. And yeah, it just what it had to say. Like, there's literally a scene with Sweet Tea, and he like pretty much shares how like Sweet Tea is comparable to life, and it's like this beautiful, poignant piece of like Shakespearean level shit. Like, it is beautiful. I never thought I'd ever hear Sweet Tea be described about my life in such a beautiful way. So
Is it on streaming?
it's on Showtime. So if you guys want to watch it on streaming, you might be able to find it there. You would have to do like a free trial or whatever, watch it on Showtime, and then cancel if you don't have it. But because it was in theaters and on Showtime when it released. And so I definitely recommend it. I don't know, it might be on other streaming platforms, but as far as I know, that's its main one that's on.
You have Showtime, Mike?
It also has. I'm going to renew it here again soon. But I watched this on Showtime when I had it though. But for this movie too, I gotta say, this has arguably one of the best opening credits in any movie since like the first Deadpool. The opening credits of this movie are fantastic. Like, as soon as the opening credits started, I was like, I'm hooked. I am in. I'm locked in. It's actually kind of hilarious. The opening credits are. So I definitely recommend it, guys. This After Yang is a beautiful movie.
You know, I was asking you if you have it.
Why?
There's a show that's not supposed to be very good. I mean, that has a 43%, but it still sounds interesting. On Showtime, it's called The First Lady.
Yeah, I've heard about that, and I do want to check it out at some point. Probably whenever season 2 of Yellow Jackets comes out, I'll probably get Showtime again, and then I'll watch it on there alongside season 2 of Yellow Jackets. But yeah, so that's my number 7. My number 6 is and this kind of goes back and forth between these two. You're going to be surprised that this film is this low. But my number 6 is the one we just mentioned earlier, The Northman. This one is really just shot really well. The pacing, to me at least, was excellent. They have a one-shot action scene in this that was just so well done. Robert Eggers directed this. All the cast does an excellent job. And, you know, it's just, and like I said, I'm a sucker for Norse mythology. So, like, seeing the Valkyrie there, seeing, you know, all that stuff just really made me, like, geek out. So, and also, a big standout for me was the father, not Ethan Hawke, but the other father.
Oh, yes, I know. He was good.
He was really good, especially during the scene, you know, the gut-wrenching scene that happens
Yeah,
Um,
he kind of looks like a little bit like Sharlto Copley, doesn't he?
a little bit, yeah, I can see that. But yeah, so right now I have this at number 6, but I don't know. My number 6 and 5 switch a lot with each other, but it might bump up to my number 5. But right now, this film is just so much more fresh in my head because I saw it more recently, and that is a film called Cha Cha Real Smooth. This is on
That's on
Apple.
my list. Was it
This is
good?
on this is on Apple TV Plus. I just watched it. It took me freaking forever to get Apple TV Plus working again because it was my IP address that was messed up. But
What
once I
happened?
once I got that fixed, it was the wrong IP address. Apparently, the IP address was used for like another country at some point. So like they had to give me a new IP address that was for US only. So that because Apple TV is not in other countries, it's US only, I think. So so I think that's why they had to do that. But Cha Cha Real Smooth though was delightful. You get Dakota Johnson in there, who does an excellent job. And yes, I can affirm you the Cha Cha Real Smooth. Here we go. That song is in the movie, so I can confirm that.
So it's not gonna be like a Barbie situation.
Is the what?
Okay, the new Barbie movie,
Yeah.
not gonna have the song.
Oh no.
It was confirmed.
Well, that's lame. Watch the trailer have the song, and then the movie doesn't.
Yeah, but but I do want to see Cha Cha Real Smooth because I like Dakota Johnson.
Oh yeah, and Cooper Wraith. I'm gonna definitely be on the lookout for him after his last film, Shithouse, and then this.
Madam Web though.
They're both.
Dakota
Oh
Johnson
yeah,
is gonna be Madam Web, along with Isabel Merced and then like Tahira Rateen, Sydney Sweeney, and Emma Roberts.
yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna be very good though.
Yeah, it's Sony. We'll have to see.
No, dude. Do you know why else?
What?
Okay, you know how writing's the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
It's written by the writers of Morbius.
All right. Hey, it might be meme worthy then.
What?
It might be meme worthy, at least. But yeah, so Cha Cha Real Smooth. I also just want to point out too, this is the first girl's. This is her first role. I want to get her name right. Vanessa Berghart. I'm sorry if I got her name wrong there. I would love to get her on the channel actually and interview her, but she is a real autistic actress, and she plays an autistic character in this. And I'm not Jewish, but I related a lot to this film. Cooper Wraith's character, I really related to a lot as far as his what happened with his life and his dynamic and everything. I haven't related this much to a coming of age movie in a while. I related a lot to it, and then also I could kind of relate a little bit to the autistic nature of it, but I wasn't like on that exact spectrum of autism. But it's definitely it was definitely a really hilarious, heartwarming, emotional movie too. I was kind of surprised how emotional it was. So definitely recommend Cha Cha Real Smooth, guys. When y'all get a chance to check it out. So my and then so that was my 7 through 5. So there you go. Do you have any thing to say, Andrew, on 7 through 5? And then
Not really. I haven't seen a lot of them.
I think you would really like Cha Cha Real Smooth, so I definitely recommend that. But Apple bought it for $15 million. It's not as much as like Coda got, but it's still $15 million.
Andrew, did you like Coda, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's not as much as Coda, but it was still, they paid a lot for this movie out of Sundance, and it's worth it. So now on to our 4 through 1, right? But we'll just do, I guess we'll go around the room, like you said, talk about our 4, and then we'll talk about our 3, and then 2, and then 1.
Yes, sincerely. And number 4 for me is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I'm a huge Marvel nerd, so it is high up here. I was a little bit disappointed by some of the stuff that we didn't get, but what we did get was a really, really good horror movie and a really good MCU movie. And what really escalated this movie was Elizabeth fucking Olsen as Wanda. I'm sorry. Give her an Oscar for playing Wanda. She is so good. She brings the emotion. She brings everything into this role. And the fact that we don't get a solo Wanda movie by now is a crime. And it had the best opening, I feel, of any MCU movie. Like, it gets you hooked almost instantly. And that is a big thing. So to me, it's number 4.
Nice. But yeah, that Multiverse of Madness was a great one. And while I do love Elizabeth Olsen in it, she is, you could argue she's the best MCU villain of all time now because we've had so much development of her character. I thought the best part of it was Xochitl Gomez, however you say her name. Sorry for mispronouncing it, but as America Chavez, I was just because I guess I wasn't expecting much from that character. She blew the roof off that place for me. I was like so impressed by her. She was incredible. So Ross, for you, what's
I
your
gotta think about my number 4. I forgot I had something on there, but then it just slipped my mind, But I do, like my number. Let's see. Okay, I haven't seen that many movies this year. Like, and there was one that I had, a streaming movie, and it wasn't Chippendale though. It was good though. It was on a Prime, I think. I forget though. I'll have to. I'll skip me. I'll look right now.
Okay. Do you have Letterboxd?
No.
Okay, because that would help you a lot to organize your list
Yeah.
and to have like I have a whole list here on Letterboxd of all the movies
That's the only one that I don't have.
I've seen this year and stuff. So yeah. But for me, my number 4 is The Batman. This movie was just, it was so phenomenal. I saw it like 3 or 4 times in the cinemas. I went to back to see this over and over again. This was a film, this was everything I've wanted in a Batman film. This is probably, while The Dark Knight might be like a better comic book movie for me or something like that, I can say outright this is the greatest Batman movie we've ever gotten, because like they actually give Batman the proper movie that he has deserved for so long. This is a film that is like a detective noir style, like Seven level kind of stuff in there. It was so well done. Robert Pattinson did a excellent job as Batman. He's probably he's up there with Ben Affleck as my favorite Batman now. Maybe my favorite Batman. Paul Dano was excellent as Riddler. Zoe Kravitz, probably the best Catwoman we've ever gotten. They're the best of everything we've ever gotten. I feel all those actors. Colin Farrell as Penguin with the incredible makeup job. Everyone did such a great job in this. The action jam packed. And I saw this in IMAX with the booming sound, and that was just so amazing. Got a nice comic out of it too, and yeah, this film was everything I wanted as a Batman fan and more. I cannot wait for Matt Reeves to do another one, and if he is introducing Joker in this universe, please get Sydney Sweeney as Harley Quinn. I would love that. But I have all the faith in the world in Matt Reeves now, and thank you, Matt Reeves, for ruining Ave Maria for me. I would never listen to that song the same way ever again now. So that song has forever been ruined. Yeah, so that's my number 4, guys. And it's is this epic 3-hour masterpiece of a film. So, did you find it, Ross?
No, there's too many to look for. I'll find. When Alexa, stop. Oh yeah, I didn't see that many movies this year, so maybe that's why too.
No, maybe you can put like Sonic 2 as a placeholder or something.
Okay, yeah, let's go do Sonic 2 for now. Okay, we already talked about Sonic 2. Because it's not going to be the new Cheaper by the Dozen.
Oh yeah, no.
Did you ever see it? Right?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, because I told you about the stuff I had problems with, huh?
Yeah, is that a 2022 movie or is that 2021? Yeah. Okay.
It came out in early 2022 though.
So do we move on to number 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
Number 3 to me is Lightyear. This was a movie that had so much heart, so much action, so much love, and just so much joy that it radiates the joy, and it just makes you feel happy in so many ways. And so in so many ways, normally if there were more movies that I loved this year, it would be lower, but the only movies that I've loved are the top 2. As of right now, hoping to find some other really, 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 truly amazing ones. Usually the second half of the year is nicer to me than the beginning half of the year when it comes to movies.
Although your number 1 is at the level of it's so good, the second half of the year is going to have to be like.
Oh yes, my number one is truly something to be amazed with.
Yeah. So yeah, Lightyear. I just saw that again recently, or not for the first time. I just saw that the other day, and yeah, it was actually surprising how decent it was. But I wasn't as strong in it as you are, but like the score was incredible, the animation looked incredible. The first 30 minutes themselves were like incredible, and then it kind of teeters off a little bit. And then Ross and I talked about the twist ahead of time. The twist was god awful in this movie, but there's a few other things in there. But overall, it was a good time. I enjoyed it. So yeah, and I definitely see. And Chris Evans did an excellent job in the role. So Ross, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is Top Gun Maverick.
Oh yeah,
the greatest legacy sequel of all time.
Absolutely, definitely high up there.
Yeah, and it's one of the best sequels ever. And then I love this movie, and it actually made me I'm almost there, being a fan of Miles Teller.
Yeah,
because I was not.
I mean, Whiplash. He was great in Whiplash.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I heard reputations about him. Why he left Hollywood for a while too, because he was such a dick.
Yeah.
That's why too.
Yeah, that makes sense. But
yeah, I can see it too, though. Now he seems humble. If you watch it again, if you watch him in interviews and stuff.
Yeah, and this film, it's a good segue because my number 3 is Top Gun Maverick. So that's a really good segue. And I will be rewatching this film in theaters on July 3rd to honor Tom Cruise's birthday.
No, you know what else you should watch too? Then again,
60 years old.
Born on the 4th of July.
Yes, because on 4th of July, you and I are going to do a review for that movie.
I might be doing something, but I can try. Because I love that movie. It's what made us friends. Because I was the one who said, message me after you watch it. Andrew, have you ever seen Born on the 4th of July?
Nope, never seen that movie.
Yeah,
you would like it.
Yeah, it's really.
It's
good.
sad though, but it's good.
That's probably why they got Tom Cruise in the role, is because he was born on July 3rd, so he's practically right there, on the verge of being born on the 4th of July. But yeah, Top Gun Maverick. This is a film that I was excited about, but I was also nervous about. With how legacy sequels are, I was like, oh shoot, how's this one going to be? And so they're going to mess us up, and yada yada. And oh my god, was I impressed with this film. This film is just gave me everything I wanted. It gave me thrilling action. There were so much emotional character moments in this film, and it was such a poignant and tender film. At this point, if you guys haven't seen it, y'all are not interested, but I'll just give you guys a spoiler that Val Kilmer is in this film. And when that happens, it's just, that scene is just excellent and so just emotional. And of course, hearing the music in there again, the song from Lady Gaga, everything was incredible here. It is a visual spectacle. I almost saw it in 4DX, but I unfortunately missed it in that format. I really wanted to go, but so bad. But hopefully one day they re-release it in 4DX or something, and then I can see it. But yeah, it's now the highest grossing movie of the year. It's that level of
I know. Do you think
good,
it will be
guys.
top? I don't think so, honestly.
Do you not think Avatar 2 is gonna top it?
Maybe Avatar 2. I don't know though.
Yeah. But Top Gun Maverick definitely is it's Tom Cruise's first $1 billion movie, which is pretty big. So and I know for you, Andrew, it's your number 2, so that's a good segue. So tell us about Top Gun Maverick for you.
I honestly, the only thing that you have not mentioned is the relationship between Tom Cruise and Goose's son.
Oh,
Literally, that was perfection. Like, I wanted to cry at the end of the movie when they were all hugging again. And this felt like a movie that was actually superior to the original in so many ways.
Oh,
And Tom Cruise, he's a nut job, but he's the most entertaining dude in Hollywood, I think, working.
there's this theory though about this movie. I'll tell you guys after. It's that like Tom Cruise is actually dead. After that one moment, they said that's him actually going up into heaven.
But he had a whole action scene during that.
No. That's what he means. It's like him escaping. The afterlife. Him trying to escape the afterlife.
Oh,
I don't
know, because like he went and hijacked a Russian plane, was doing all this stuff.
Yeah, but remember though, he hijacked his old plane that Goose was in too. Remember, it's the same type.
Yeah, but I don't know. That putting a supernatural element to this.
I know, no. I know it's just a fan theory,
Yeah.
But there was kind of a supernatural element in one scene, though. I thought.
Which one?
When he's on the ship and he says, "Come on, Goose," come on, Goose, guide me.
Oh yeah.
And you almost saw him in the clouds. Remember?
Oh, I don't remember seeing him. Almost seeing him.
No. You almost did like a Lion King moment.
Oh wow! I'm gonna have to definitely.
So
hidden though,
Yeah.
Ross, so what is your number 2?
My number 2 is actually Everything Everywhere All at Once. This was number 1 until I was watching, this, The Northman, and then in my number 1 movie All at Once. But I love this movie. I finally understand Michael's Facebook profile picture. But still, and then the kid from Indiana Jones. You know which one, Andrew?
Which, by the way, isn't that amazing how poignant a scene with rocks can be? It's like that scene.
And you remember Short Round in Indiana Jones, right?
Yes.
He was in this movie.
He was?
Yeah.
He was the husband.
Wow, that's him?
He is an amazing actor. And then Andrew, he looks good for his age. Guess how old he is?
How old?
51.
Wow.
Yeah, but still, he's amazing in this. This whole movie's amazing. Even though Jamie Lee Curtis.
She was amazing.
And my dad, though,
was great.
And my dad, though, he actually insulted Jamie Lee Curtis while insulting himself.
Wow.
Do you know how?
How?
He's like this. How old is she now? 85? Jamie Lee Curtis? And you know what I said?
What?
Dad, she's 3 years older than you.
Wow.
But yeah,
how old is her dad?
What?
How old's your dad?
That is 60.
Wow.
61, actually.
Mm.
He's going to be 63.
Man. Yeah, but yeah, this movie though, I'm gonna get into it soon. But yeah, this movie is phenomenal.
It's my number 2 of the year. You know, that's how much. And plus, it's a true multiverse movie. It's the best multiverse movie of the year.
One of the best multiverse, if not the best multiverse movie of all time. It's like it gives us a true multiverse of madness. You know, this is what an actual multiverse of madness is. This film. So yeah, I definitely am gonna bring it up here soon. And I had a very interesting experience with this film, so I'm gonna get into that here soon. But now that we're at the number 1 spot for Andrew,
No, it's your number 2.
oh, it's your number.
No, we were talking about your number 2. Remember?
Wait,
No, Michael.
no, I didn't talk about my number.
Yeah,
2
we
yet.
did. His
No.
Andrew. Oh, you're not yours,
Andrew.
right?
I haven't talked about my number 2 yet. I got the orders confused there. So, my number 2, and then this will be a good segue to Andrew talking about it, and then to Ross talking about it. So it would be like a good circle around, because my number 2 is a film that I missed in theaters, and this is a big regret that I missed in theaters, because I remember seeing a film that was like some Indian film or whatever that was advertised at Regal, and I was like, what is that? I'm like, I don't want to, what is this? I don't want to see this. This looks cheap or whatever. Wrongest words I think I've ever had coming out of my mouth, because I watched, you have not seen cinema, guys, until
not
you have
joking
until you have watched RRR. What a film this is. This thing
Is bonkers.
It's bonkers. It's emotional. It's poignant. It's got everything you'd want in a film, all put together in this beautiful, beautiful package. And it's just, and I can't even describe this as a Bollywood film. I don't even think it's a Bollywood film. I don't know how you describe this. This is such a, this is so epic. This is like, there's so few movies that are on this scale. My number 2 and my number 1 put so many blockbusters to shame. It's like unreal how just how much they put blockbusters to shame with.
Oh yeah, 2 and plus 2. Another Indiana Jones actors in this movie too.
Yeah, there's another one in there. So
She doesn't look great. She doesn't even look like her former self, does she?
She is looking good.
No. I mean, she looks different though, doesn't she?
She does look different, kind of.
Yeah. You know, the Nazi from Last Crusade.
Yep. I know you're talking about.
Allison Duty.
She's she was really good in this film. It's streaming on Netflix, guys, so definitely go check it out. This is a film that is just, this is going to stick with me, and this is going to be one of those that are going to be hard to. I almost contemplated putting it at number 1, but and I might go back and forth. But like, this film is 3 hours of pure adrenaline rush. Like, you guys are in for a treat, and if y'all want a suspenders dance fight, you get that in this.
There's 3 music. There is 3. There's like 3, like musical numbers in it, and they fit in the most perfect way, and they don't fit in a way too.
Yeah.
This,
especially, I call it the glory scene. You know which one that is?
Which one?
You remember the movie Glory?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I understand
that. And then he suddenly breaks into song.
Yeah. Man,
this movie is genius. This movie, I don't know what I'm gonna do for movies because I cannot focus on the subtitles and pay attention to the acting. This movie, because it was in part English, I knew everything that was going on. This movie is so emotional. It is exciting. It is emotional. It is makes you happy. This movie makes you sad. This movie makes you feel alive. Like it has my favorite line of the year, and that is, "Let's go kill a tiger." And as soon as you get to that scene, you just want to applaud what happens next. The action in this movie, is some of the best that I have ever seen. Like, there's a scene in the desert, just in the desert, but not seen alone. But
Literally, like the opening action scene where it's like the one like main character versus all those other guards, or versus all those other like citizens or whatever. Like when he is facing all like that action scene alone, I was like, oh, 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 oh. I was like doing like that while I was watching it. It was wild.
You know,
yes,
part one of my favorites too
and-
is the whole remember?
Oh yeah,
Look,
that was so
and
good.
the suspender dance fight. I love musical theater, and let me just say this. This was the most crazy and energetic musical number since Mary fucking Poppins came out years and years and years ago. The original was Step in Time with On the Roof with all the chimney sweeps. This is the most energetic that I have seen since that. It is truly an amazing scene, and then after the scene, it continues to get better and better and better. Like I still have a half it that I preferred over another, but as a whole movie, this was truly, it was beautiful. It was sad. It had everything to it. This is going to be a hard movie to beat. I do not know anything that can beat it. I honestly don't know if anything can. I'm hoping to just make a stiff competition for second, third, fourth, and fifth. That's all that I want. I'm going to be so happy if this is my number one movie of the year, and I'm going to be mind blown if this is anything but number one.
that's Alonso Dorado's favorite movie too right now.
Yeah, and I like what Alonso said, where he said, if any movie tops this film, then this is a damn good year for movies. And that's how I feel about my number one pick as well as this. Because they're both pretty much almost tied. They're both like a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 for me. But I'll go to you, Ross, on this, and you talk about.
I just answered everything I wanted to say. You know, I love this movie. This movie is amazing. You know,
yeah.
But there is though, you know, like there is a one minor critique though, and it's the running time.
But I never felt bored by it.
No. I just mean like by the last like maybe like the last like 15 minutes, I was going, okay, let's kind of wrap this up, you know.
Yeah.
I was not feeling that at all. If anything, maybe towards the middle, I was feeling a little bit like that. But the ending was one of the best parts of the whole movie.
After that character dies, you know, I was like, okay, let's wrap it up, you know.
Yeah.
It was truly like to me, the ending is what elevated this movie to this amazing status.
Oh yeah.
Michael's like most favorite movie hasn't even come out yet. It comes out on July 29th.
Wait, what does?
Super Pets.
Hold up, guys.
Yeah, but Andrew, would you watch? Are you gonna watch this with Leanne or no?
All right, so
I don't know.
my number one. So I need to sit back and really explain this to you guys, but like,
I think I know what your number one is already.
Oh, I know what your number one
yeah,
is.
my number one film of the year. I need to tell you guys about my experience. I've never had this happen to me in a film since maybe ever. I mean, maybe there was another time, but I can't think of it out the top of my head. I remember going to the cinema for this, and I was almost late. Like I literally started it. I went in there the moment the movie started. But I remember sitting down in the cinema, just ready to. I heard all about the hype, everything like that. I was like, I hope it's not overhyped. I'm gonna get into this. Let's watch it. Everything. I watched this film that literally took my breath away. That I have never had this happen to me, but I had this like transcendent experience that was an out of body experience where like my soul kind of left my body in a way by the time it was done. And it was like looking on to me or something. Like the soul was, I know this sounds philosophical, but it's so weird. I had this experience because I just didn't expect the type of film that I was getting. And I was sitting there just so immersed into it that literally when I get up, my jaw's on the floor and I'm walking out of the cinema. I even film a TikTok reaction. I don't even know I'm filming a TikTok reaction. Like I literally saw it on my phone once I got back home and I was editing stuff. I was like, wow, I filmed a video for this? I was like, really? Like I don't even remember any of that. I don't remember anything. I just remember getting to the car and that was it. And I went back home and then I remembered. And then I started thinking again. But like I had such it was just a roller coaster. And this movie that I'm addressing here is Everything Everywhere All at Once. This film is on another level for me. This is now in my top 100 movies of all time. This film is the best film, one of, if not the best film of the last 5 years that I've seen. And I truly, wholeheartedly believe that. There's something about this movie that spoke to me on a personal level. I'm not even Asian, but like I love the Asian, representation here. And Michelle Yeoh herself would tell you that like she was in an interview talking about this movie, and she said that it was so important. Who originally Jackie Chan was going to play that role, but she said it was so important because she finally gets to show her fan base that she's more than just this action star, that she can do something truly like a tour de force kind of performance, and she's phenomenal in this movie. But like, and the Kehu Kwan, who played Short Round, who we mentioned earlier, he was out of the business for so long because he couldn't find a good role for Asian people, and then he was inspired by Crazy Rich Asians, and then this movie comes out with a script and he reads it and he's hooked, and then he wants to go and
He'll be back. He'll get some.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to start being in the business more often now, but especially if he does become an Oscar nominee after this movie, which
I think there's actually a good chance. I really do. I know it's early.
I think there's a really good chance this movie gets a lot of Oscar nominations.
Michelle Yeoh too.
Yeah, Michelle Yeoh, him, probably Best Picture, stuff like that. But because it's now A24's highest grossing movie. It's like
Did you hear about the visual effects though?
2 million. What about them?
They were done by 9 people, right, including the directors, who've never had any VFX background in their past.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. And this movie was only made on a $25 million budget, guys. And it puts most blockbusters to shame.
Just like RRR does. And you know how much it is? RRR had a thing of $72 million, which is still good, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but that's like, but even this was a lot less, and it still is like looks amazing. but like the costume designs, the way the daughter dressed, the makeup in this, everything was just like phenomenal here. The action, oh my god, you talk about the action. The action in this was so, oh no, Andrew's gone. The action here though was so
Get back.
oh my gosh, it was just so amazing. And I've never seen a film that mixed all these emotions so well, where it's like you would sit there and be like, oh, badass, as you're watching it, and then you'd also, you know, be cheering, you'd be laughing.
Yeah, I sent it in private chat, Mike.
And then all of a sudden,
you can read it. You can read it out loud. Don't worry.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a trivia thing about the VFX.
Yeah, it says all the VFX on this film was done by 9 people, including the 2 directors, with the majority of the shots being done by a core group of 5 people. None of the VFX team went to school for VFX. They were all friends who taught themselves with tutorials they found online for free. Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Holy, that just right there makes me want it to be nominated for visual effects even more. Like that right there is
Andrew, did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible.
Andrew, does
but-
this movie make you happy, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Oh yeah. And this movie definitely makes me happy too. And just it's just yeah. And then like I said, it's like you start off with all these different emotions. You're like cheering, you're doing all this, and then you get to like a butt plug fight, and you're like, what's going on? What? And you get to all this weird stuff, and it's so bonkers. And then all of a sudden the third act comes. I was sobbing in the third act. What the themes that it's addressing in that third act was something that was just so beautiful.
Have you shown your parents this movie yet?
I showed my mom it. She came into the film. She watched it in theaters with me, but she came into the film like 25 minutes late, something like that. So she had no idea what was going on. So she ended up falling asleep in the middle of it. But I
you're gonna show
want
her
to.
again, right?
I want to show her it again now.
Your exact emotions I've had several times during movies.
Do you think she will like it again, Mike, or no?
I think she will. If she's not tired and she watches it fully, not missing a beat this time, then I think she will enjoy it.
Did you know
And
the
also-
googly eyes are throughout the whole movie too?
The googly eyes are what?
Throughout the whole film,
Yeah, they are. And then
you can
also-
literally. I mean, like they're like on walls and stuff too.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh yeah,
wow.
too. Like and then if you'll notice too, though, like the scene is where you go, "What the hell is that?" You know, with the washing machine spinning around.
Yeah.
Watch it again, and you'll see.
Ooh.
You can see like multiple of them through the TV screens too.
Oh, that's cool. I'm definitely gonna have to be on the lookout for all this. Again, it makes me definitely want. This is a film I could watch countless.
We should
numbers
do
of
watch
times.
along. We should do watch
And,
along.
We should. I think that'd be really fun. But there's definitely I could rewatch this film countless numbers of times and catch so many new things on it. And it's just Raccoony. How can I forget him? It's such a great thing. Which is actually a real taxidermy raccoon apparently. I just read that recently. But yeah, it's just this film, man. It's just all sorts of incredible. It's gives you everything, everywhere, all at once. And now I want to go live in the hot dog fingers multiverse. That's all.
Oh, wait, too. Speaking of raccoons, do you remember you know how big the raccoon was in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing compared to the raccoon at my job, my old job.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, see?
Oh wow. Yeah, that's pretty big. I also do want to mention this is an LGBT film, like what you mentioned.
It
with,
is.
Another one. That's that part I could kind of relate to about kind of freaking like sort of having the anxiety about coming out to someone like that, family member and everything, and that part was really relatable, and I feel like there's something like that for everyone.
But did you get the joke I made though to you on private messenger? You know about this movie, about how it'd be funny if that Al Long played her brother.
That would be funny. So with all that out of the way, we can now share our top 3 stinkers of the year.
See, that guy.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, because James Hong plays her dad, who's 93.
Our top one.
Wow. Our top 3 like stinkers of the year, or worst films of the year so far
Okay.
that we have seen. So, I guess Andrew, you could start us off. You can do like 3 to 1 or something if you want to do it that way. But
When do we all stare at number 3? We all stare at number 2. Then we all stare at number 1.
yeah, we do that.
Hold on, let me just make sure that this is true. Okay, number 3 for me was Morbius.
Alright.
I left this movie completely forgetting it. I left this movie feeling nothing. Feeling it was okay again at the time, but the more and more I thought about it, the more and more I realized, yeah, this is not good. This is just a bad movie, you know. Even Venom was better. Venom 2 was better. That was at least fun. This had no fun. I mean, this had a lack of fun.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely my number 3.
Yeah, Morbius, you know, with all the great memes and everything, you know, it's Morbin time. There is all the great memes aside, it's just not a good movie. I'm sorry. You know, the memes are great, but the movie's not. It's
Ari
not,
don't think it is.
it's not my top 3 worst, but it's definitely in my top 5 worst of the year. for sure.
Ari likes it though. Remember?
Yeah, like a low like. He gives it like a 3.
No, he said it should win every award.
Well, yeah, he does as a joke. But he says he gives like a 3 out of 5, a real score type thing.
I haven't seen 3 bad movies this year, so
All right. Well,
I've been keeping away, you know,
yeah.
because I only have 1 bad movie, you know, which I already talked about, which is the new Cheaper by the Dozen.
Yeah. So that would probably be the one bad one you've seen this year, I guess.
If I saw bad ones, I don't remember them now, you know, because they don't make me mad as much.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, my number 3 is Deadly Infidelity, which is a Lifetime movie. That
Oh God, Lifetime.
gosh, it was bad, but it was also like entertainingly bad, so I could still enjoy it sometimes. But it was still like, this film was really bad though. It was this, and the twist in it, I was like, oh god, it's so cheap looking. And it was like one of the first films I watched this year, because I was gonna try making it a goal for me to watch like every film like it's released digitally, and then I realized I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do that after I watched this film.
I know it's gonna be your number 1. You should change your number 1 for best of the year. Do it too.
What?
Dash Cam.
So you do know what my number 1 worst is going to be?
No, that should be your best.
Yeah, no.
I've never seen Dash Cam. I haven't even heard it.
Oh, you're about to hear about it. Trust me. All right. So what's your number 2?
Number 2 and number 1. These can switch, but as of right now, it's Better Nate Than Never.
That's my fault. I thought you were going to enjoy that because it's a Broadway type.
This is a movie about the main lead is, to me, a spoiled brat, runs away from home to be in a Broadway show. No repercussions. Absolutely no repercussions for this. The songs weren't memorable. The actions were either selfish, stupid, or bad. And the only good thing about this movie is Lisa Kudrow. And whenever there's an actor or actress from Friends, I'm like, okay, Okay, this movie gets 1 mark for including them in here, but other than that, it's just that bad.
Yeah, I
Did you see it, Mike?
I did not see it. I had no interest after watching the trailers. I just assumed Andrew was gonna like it, so I told him about it because I was like, "You like musicals and you like Broadway."
Do you
type
know what that
stuff."
reminds me about the whole
But
no repercussion thing? Do you know what it reminds me of?
what?
Home Alone 4.
God,
The dad leaves the mom, right?
yeah,
Moves in with another woman while still being married. And then the dad decides, oh, I love you. I want to become a family again. And the mom goes, okay, sure. And my dad, though, like, my dad, like, I thought when I was like, maybe, I forget when he came out, I was younger. And I was like, that's actually teaching my kids a bad message, he says.
yeah,
He's
it
like, that's
is.
morally wrong.
Yeah,
Just to say, like, you could cheat on somebody and they know something and say, I want you back. And they'll suddenly take you back.
it is. So my number 2 worst of the year is another film that utterly pissed me off. Anyone that knows me knows. I believe it was in 1971. I'm looking it up right now when the original film came out. Which is
Oh, I know which one it is.
1974. All right, here it is. Yeah, 1974 masterpiece is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I love this movie, the original one, so much. It's a masterpiece, one of the best movies ever made, in my opinion. It's in my top 50, somewhere around there. With that said, and I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for this, I got a lot of shit from the horror community, for my opinion, on the newest film. Because there were people who were eating each other alive over this film. There were people who literally said, "We just don't know cinema. You don't know films." And I'm like, what the heck? And like, there were people who were literally attacking other people just over their opinions on this movie. It got ridiculous and out of hand. I think honestly that made me like it less, just because
And
of
Coach
how.
Blix actually had to put in a thing about it too. Remember?
Yeah, they had to have a whole thing about saying like you're not allowed to post. They had to delete every single post on this film because it just got ridiculous.
It's allowed now, though.
Now it is, because the toxicness has just kind of died down, I think, after months of it being released. But when it was first released, they had to get complete control of it because it was just getting out of hand. And that is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. If you guys watched my review of this, it was really fun doing a review with Robbie where he loves this film. He gave it like a 4.5 out of 5. And then I despise this film. So it was fun, doing a little banter with one another because you get the two different perspectives there. But yeah, this movie utterly pissed me off because one, they're like trying to do this social commentary thing in there, and then they completely get rid of it and stop doing it. And I'm like, why were y'all even starting to bring that stuff up if you're not even going to continue with it? And then they also all the characters are obnoxious, unlikable assholes. And I get that the characters weren't amazing in the original, but like they're at least
There's an art to making the characters unlikable, right?
yeah, and they're at least like decent people. Like they're people who
that too, though. Do you know why?
Why?
Okay, different genre, but Succession.
Yeah.
The characters are likable there, and they're not decent people, but there's an art to it.
There is, yeah. You have to be a really good writer to make that work. But all these characters, it's bad in a horror movie when you're rooting for the killer to kill every single killer and every single character in this movie. I was rooting for Leatherface to just put me out of my misery and just wipe out all these people.
How's that girl from Barry though in it? How was she in it? I heard she's in it.
She was all right, I guess. She was just, I don't know. She was meh.
There was talk about her getting an Oscar nomination too. Not for this though.
I hope not for this, but for eighth grade.
Yeah, because I heard she was amazing in that.
She was really great in that one. And she's good in Barry. But
I would Nolan think.
but I am gonna say though that yeah, I also was pissed at what they did with the legacy character. They spoiler alert for anyone who's not seen it.
I don't
They kill off Sally, your main. Obviously, it wasn't the original actress because she passed away. So they did a recast, but they pretty much have this girl. Okay, they do the whole Laurie Strode Halloween deal with her, and they make her some like it totally does not fit the character of Sally, but she's like hunting it down Leatherface all these years, being like, he's waited for me. I've waited for him type thing. You know, she's that type of girl now. And so she's this older lady trying to hunt down Leatherface. And so she walks, whenever she finds him, this girl is all about hunting him down and killing him because he massacred all her friends. Whenever she finds him, she stands there with a shotgun and she's like, I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to do it. And all this stuff. And she's like, just holding her gun in her hand. She's like afraid to do it or whatever. And then it's like he just stands up, he looks at her, walks away. At first, you're like, okay, I guess he doesn't want to kill her. But then she keeps on like trying to go after him, but she's not even firing at him. I'm like, you freaking have a shotgun in your hand. And then he just runs up to her. I will say the cinematography is not bad, but she and the school like shadow shot or whatever. He runs up to her, but then it's stupid. She just like lets him pretty much just chainsaw her through the stomach. She's like,
No. Oh god,
guys.
Dude, just about the cinematography though. Tell me though, there is not that one shot that I'm getting sick and tired of in movies though.
What?
I call it the hand shot. You know, where the character's in the field or something, like in Gladiator.
Oh, yeah.
The overplayed one, remember?
Yeah, no, there's no field thing, but there's this weird shot where he just like pops out of the field like this with his mask, and it's like it looked like that old duck game. I forget what it's called. But
Duck Hunt?
Like, yeah, Duck Hunt. The old Duck Hunt thing coming out. I was like, what is that? It was a really weird shot. So the cinematography wasn't always good in this. I mean, and the music was all right, but other than that, it's like, and they use CGI blood. Like, really? Come on, guys. Give me at least like there are some cool gore effects in this, like practical ones. Especially one where he like breaks an arm or whatever and like and everything. But like
this shot I'm talking about, in movies.
Oh yeah.
That overplayed one. Is there anything like that in there? I hope there's not.
No, there isn't. But it does work in Gladiator though, but that's the only time.
Like if Winnie the Pooh does it, that it's been played out too much.
I'm excited for that Winnie the Pooh horror movie coming out too.
I am though, yeah. Are you gonna go see that?
What movie?
The Winnie the Pooh horror movie?
I do not know if I'm gonna go see that.
Are you gonna go see Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022 after this? Yeah.
I'm quite interested in it. But are you ready for my number one least favorite movie of the year?
Sure.
Deadly Infidelity.
Yeah.
Stupid, like everything about this movie was good, and the plot could have been saved if given to better people, but the acting was terrible. The acting was terrible. The music was terrible. Everything about this movie was terrible. The music was so forgettable. Like, this felt like a TV movie, and that to me is its biggest sin, even though it was a TV movie. Like The Princess. I've watched that. I would have had no clue that was a Hulu movie. 20th Century Fox made it. I don't know if that was made directly for Hulu, but sometimes you cannot tell. Stranger Things has better effects, has more money than this movie does. It just
I see one name that I recognize in it too, and the guy that played Garrett Walker, Jason James Richter. He's the only one that I recognize in it.
Oh yeah, no.
You know what he was in?
Yeah, what?
Free Willy.
Oh really?
He's a kid.
Wow. I didn't realize that. But yeah, my My number one, oh my god, I'm dreading talking about this movie, guys. Oh my god. I really don't want to talk about this, but there's a film called Dashcam, and this is a new horror movie that was released on VOD. And Andrew, who's your just tell me, like, it doesn't have to be your number one of all time. Just tell me one of your favorite characters of all time in cinema.
Okay, Doctor Evil.
This makes and I haven't even seen Better Nate Than Never, and I can already tell you this for a fact. This makes Better Nate Than Never, that protagonist that you said was awful or whatever. This makes him look on quality with Doctor Evil. Literally, the protagonist in this film, the one that you're supposed to be rooting for, is the most obnoxious character. I will say this: there are thousands, hundreds, millions, billions of movies out there. I've seen a lot of movies. This has got to be, in the history of cinema, the most obnoxious, annoying, just dumbass of a character I've ever seen in cinematic history. That's how bad this character is. She is just atrocious. Her name is like Annie Hardy or something like that, and she's playing a character named Annie Hardy, and the actress's name is Annie Hardy, something like that. But it's like she's played this rapper or whatever, and I think she is a rapper in real life, but she's like, it's this super, and I have to get political here, guys. Unfortunately, I hate being political on this channel, but I have to here. She plays this like super right-wing Trump supporter, and who's like an anti-vaxxer, anti-mask, all this stuff, and it was during COVID, and she's just so, and I get that maybe he was trying to address like those type of people are bad, but they never like straight up said, yeah, this person's bad. They were trying to make you root for this person with that kind of behavior, and it was just so obnoxious. And this girl, literally, there will be like a scene where she came this close to death, and then she'll make a joke right afterwards. That's like horrendous. And it's just literally a protagonist that is so bad it ruins the entire film for you. Like, yeah, there are some cool gore shots in here. It's a found footage film, so yeah, there is a lot of shaky cam, but there are some cool gore effects here. There are some cool like scare moments, I guess, but this is, have you ever heard of Amanda the Jedi on YouTube?
Amanda the Jedi?
Yeah. She's like a redhead.
No.
She made a whole 20-minute video bashing this movie. And I definitely recommend y'all check it out. This is something. This is something else. This is, yeah.
Oh yeah, too. But though, it surprised me though, is because is the Rotten Tomatoes score too high? Then,
yep.
Do what it is right now.
Isn't it like 50%, something like that?
49.
49. Listen up, but yeah, that's ridiculous. It should be like at most 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. At the very most, it's from Rob Savage too, who he directed this film back in 2020. That was another pandemic film called Host, which took place over a Zoom call. That was actually really delightful surprise. I really was like horrified by that movie. It was really, really well done. So I got really excited for this one. And I'm like, dude, why did you go from that to this shit? It's like you went from like very promising director to like bottom of the barrel. You're scraping the barrel, and then there's like that dried up turd that you can't get off of the barrel, but you keep on trying to get off type of shit. And it's like, yeah, this is despicable in every way. And maybe if you guys ever want to do like a drunk watch along, then I'll watch it again. But
yes,
that's the only time. It's bad. So those are my top 3 worst films of the year. Which ones now are y'all most interested in checking out of the worst films of the
Dash
year.
cam, dash cam. I just want to see it. And then like Andrew's movie sounds really bad, you know.
Yeah. I think Andrew's movie is still on YouTube. You guys can watch it on there. But mine is those are my top 3 worst, and then my top 10 best. Just rounding it out again real quick is Everything Everywhere All at Once. Number 2 is RRR. Number 3 was Top Gun Maverick. Number 4 is The Batman. Number 5 was Cha Cha Real Smooth. Number 6 is The Northman. Number 7 is After Yang. Number 8 is the Harry Potter 20th Anniversary Special. Number 9 is Elvis. And then number 10 is X. So those are...
For mine, it was number 1 was RRR. Number 2 was Top Gun Maverick. Number 3 was Lightyear. Number 4 was Multiverse of Madness. Number 5 was Everything Everywhere All at Once. Number 6 was The Lost City. Number 7 was The Bubble. Number 8 was Kimmy. Number 9 was The Adam Project. And number 10 was The Princess.
And my number 1 was RRR. Number 2 was Everything Everywhere All at Once. Number 3 was Top Gun Maverick. Number 4 is Sonic 2. Number 5 is The Black Phone. Number 6 is The Batman. 7 is Multiverse of Madness. And then number 8 is Father of Bride. Number 9 is Chippendale the Rescue Rangers. And number 10 is The Northman.
Yep.
So we have to do our big announcement too.
Yeah. And our big announcement here, guys, is we've been working on it for you guys right now. We've been
coming hard work. It's harder than we thought it would be.
It is. We've been working on it for you all, but we are us 3 here plus others are all coming up with the first annual nominations to the Midway Movie Awards. This is a show I want to start. This is a special one-night event happening in July where we will be doing categories like the Oscars, but with added extra things in there too, like most anticipated film, worst of the year, other things like that. And we're gonna throw in some different kind of categories for you guys. But it's and we're gonna have, once we come up with the list of all the nominations, we're gonna make a separate video for you guys talking about all the nominees, everything like that. And some of our favorite nominees, snubs, all that stuff. And then we're going to start kind of putting out polls on like Facebook groups and stuff and having you guys vote on the winners. So you guys get to vote on which ones take home the prize. And so we're really excited to do that here with you guys soon. And so expect the award show around the end of July, but it's honoring the best of film from January to the point of June. And so anything's eligible. So films that were nominated from like the Academy Awards last year, like Worst Person in the World, Cyrano, stuff like that, they're still eligible because they came out in January through June. So anything that's coming around then is eligible. So we will be honoring films from the first half of the year. So and Andrew already he's going to be a presenter for Best Original Song category. So
yes, I am.
So you will see him be a presenter again, and then Ross and I, of course, will be presenting Best Picture together. So at the end of the award show that night, and then we're slowly getting presenters ready and everything for you guys. But yeah, it's going to be a fun one. Are you guys excited about this?
Sure. Yeah, definitely.
Very
Yeah, but like we'll talk about all the schematics and stuff, because about my idea about how the winner of this one automatically gets locked up to the one at the end of the year.
Yeah, because we're in talks right now to do a award show at the end of the year, and we're thinking like whatever one wins Best Picture here gets to be in Best Picture at the end of the year awards. That'd be really fun. So we'll have to definitely do that.
Even if it's like
if things all go well, I might do one for TV as well.
Yeah, because TV this year has been, like Bel Air is really good.
Yeah,
I was surprised.
I'm gonna have to check that out. But yeah, there's been a lot of good.
Check out Severance next week.
Nice. Yeah, Severance is the best show of the year so far. But yeah, they're. And then also speaking of awards, guys, coming up on the channel here soon, Awards Roundtable will be back this week. We will be covering some Emmy coverage for all you guys, giving our Emmy predictions on what we think will be nominated, and like your drama, limited series, comedy categories, stuff like that. So stay tuned. We're going to be covering Emmy season and all that stuff, and then so that'll be really exciting. And you know, on July 4th, I might do a Born on the 4th of July review for you guys. And you know, there's a few other things I got planned around the corner for this month. So definitely stay tuned for that and much more. Thank you again, Andrew, for joining. Hope
You're welcome. I hope to join more often.
We're trying to get you. We always ask you to come on, Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, I mean, whenever you're presenting an award, I literally just need you on for like 2 minutes. So you have no excuse to not be a presenter that night, because you only have to be there for 2 minutes. And then if you have to go do something, you can always leave after 2 minutes.
Okay.
So, but it was great having you here. And then it was, of course, it's always a pleasure, Ross.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But that'll be it, guys. Sound off below. What are your favorite movies of 2022? I want to read all your favorite movies of this year so far. I'd love to hear them. And our lists are going to look vastly different. I already know that. So, you know, that's what happens, and that's what makes it fun. So definitely comment that down below.
And Ari, if you're watching this, you cannot put Morbius in your 1 through 10 spot.
And The Fanatic came out in 2019, not this year. So
you know that he would put it 1 through 10. You know he would.
Oh yeah.
Does that surprise you at all?
Knowing him, he's going to put Deadly Infidelity at number 1.
No, he won't. He'll put Morbius.
Yeah, he'll put Morbius in number 1.
He'll hate Deadly Infidelity because of the producer.
Yeah. But
which the producer is what the person is too. His initials are what he is.
Who is it?
BS? Isn't it a BS movie?
BS? I don't know.
Ben Shapiro?
Oh no, it's not a Ben Shapiro movie.
Okay, no, but you got the joke then, right?
It was a Lifetime movie. But yeah.
Yeah, but you get what I meant though by Ben Shapiro's BS.
Yeah. But Ben Shapiro does have some films in here that made the worst of the year list, but they weren't like in my top 3 worst. But
yeah,
so that'll be it for us today, guys. And with Stranger Things coming out, also be sure you go check out the video we just did, giving our predictions and everything.
And make sure to have the comments on.
Yes. But so until next time, my friends, we will see you in the next video, and stay classy, my friends.